Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Cami Bracto, and we're here tonight with my lovely co-host, Tracey Flintoff and Joy Markham, and we're just thrilled that you're here. I am happy to share with you about this amazing technology. We'll give you some information. We'll hear from people who are using it. I'm sorry, I'm outside. It was too nice out here, and then my neighbors are doing some work. So apologize for the noise. It was too nice to not be outdoors. So fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen as soon as I there we go. There we go. And we'll get started and show you about this technology. Okay. Does everybody see the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you don't mind, the slideshow has been working in this minute ago here, just getting it going. Well,
Tammy, do you want me to just upload mine?
I think we might need to do that. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay. No worries.
I started it and tested it 30 minutes ago and it was working fine. So
You gotta love technology.
yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, this evening we will be talking about our groundbreaking phototherapy. Your cells are your body's powerhouses, and obviously it is the building blocks of your body. So we're going to be talking about ways that you can increase your energy, enhance your focus, and boost your performance. And one or two of us have ended up feeling a little bit better too. So we're talking about this evening is frequency and light and a very non-medicated way of living, or a way to introduce healing frequencies into your body. And these two brilliant men years ago wanted to also thought that medicine would be doing the same thing. The future of medicine is frequency. Love that. So I love this philosophy that medicine is not about treating illness, it's about unlocking the body's innate ability to heal. That's exactly how our bodies were created. And when we do more healthy things, we receive more health to our cells. So that's our honor and joy to share this information with you. Tracey, Joy, and I are not medical professionals. We are sharing this information, but we are not going to be diagnosing or treating any medical conditions this evening. We are sharing this information and stories for informational purposes only. So light has been used as a form of treatment or therapy for years. Even going like most people know that when you have a jaundiced baby, what do? You put them in the sunlight and let the body help open up the pathways for the body to get rid of that bilirubin. Light has been used in all of these ways, and we keep developing more amazing technologies that tell the body to do different things or perform surgeries or different things with light. So here is the problem. we have a ton of stem cells when we are born. When we are, as we age, those stem cells start to decline or go dormant. So by the time we're 60, we have only about 10% of those cells. And it's a downhill slide from there. So these cells are the cells that repair the body. And so we are going to offer a way to show you how to increase the youth and the health and vitality of your cells. What we're introducing to you is wearable light technology. This is a way of activating your own light. If you didn't know, we reflect or emit a low-level infrared light. And that is what these patches use. So when you're wearing the patch is reflecting your body light back at a frequency that your body goes, I see that light, I'm gonna make cool stuff. And the X39 we love to talk about a ton because that is the flagship product. That is what tells your body to make the copper peptide. That's very, very vital. So on the next slide, we're going to show you a short video that explains a little bit more in depth of how these patches work. Trace, we're not hearing it. Are you muted? I don't know if that makes a difference, but you're muted.
That is probably why then. Apologize.
Noted that everything we're made of contains light.
Good.
All life originates with the sun
Yes.
through photosynthesis. Plants and vegetation collect the light, and all living creatures emit light. Humans actually emit infrared light, which can be seen with night vision devices. We've known for centuries that light has many effects on the body. LifeWave's phototherapy patches use light to stimulate the body's natural healing systems, providing specific health benefits. Here's how the technology works. First, a patch is applied to specific points on the body. Where the patch covers the skin, infrared light emitted from the body is reflected back into the tissue. This stimulates the skin, which in turn stimulates specific regions of the brain. The brain then taps into the body's own natural flow of energy and the ability to heal itself. Let's take a look at why this is important on a cellular level. For example, a number of our patch products help counteract free radicals, oxygen molecules that damage cell proteins and contribute to visible signs of aging. When the body is stimulated through phototherapy to release its own antioxidants, these free radicals are neutralized naturally. LifeWave phototherapy patches promote an environment that enables the body to optimize its restorative powers and provide specific health benefits, all without the use of harmful drugs or chemicals, all helping you to stay healthy and young. To find out more, contact your distributor or visit lifewave.com. LifeWave. Live long, live well.
I love that. Every time I watch that, I notice something new and different on that. It's pretty cool. So LifeWave has been around for about a little over 20 years. It started out being created, the energy enhancers were created for the US Navy SEALs to help them have more energy when they were on their missions and not be hooked on amphetamines and other drugs. Then the company shifted and took this technology to athletes, and it's been in the athletic world ever since. So that it's kind of been the secret sauce. And that's also like, if you have something that works and you're in a competitive sport, why would you share it? You've got the secret to winning. And so it's been kind of a secret for a long time until about 2019 when the X39 was created. And that's the one that tells your body to make that copper peptide and activates your own repair cells. So that caused the company to grow exponentially since then. So what does this patch do? When you reactivate those repair cells, you can notice all of these effects from rapid pain relief, reducing inflammation, supporting wound healing, faster recovery from exercise, improving sports performance, mental clarity. And again, we're not adding any medication to the body. It's amazing. This company has over 200 patents in the United States. Means this is an innovative company bringing technologies that help humanity to the market. So a place where you can learn more about these patches is startx39now.com. There's a 1-minute video on the very first beginning of this website. You scroll down, there's another 2-minute video, and then there's testimonials and science and all kinds of information, even forms about all the different types of patches. It's a wealth of information. So I highly recommend writing that website down so that you have it to refer back to and do your research. This is one of my favorite sections in the website that has the clinical studies and information about what each patch does and the results from those clinical studies. But there's also information about that GHK copper peptide. It's been around studied for over 50 years, the effects of the body. So one thing about that GHK copper peptide is after 6 weeks of wearing the X39, it lowered the cardiovascular age of the participants by 8 weeks. So for every day that you wear the patch, the cardiovascular system acts a day and a third younger. That's pretty amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, so cool. Here's another study that was another 6-week study that shows that for wearing the X39 patch for 6 weeks, it shows the brain balancing effects of the patch. So that session 1 was the baseline with no patches. Session 2 was 3 weeks in, and session 3 is this beautifully balanced brain. This happens to be a 77-year-old woman, and she had some memory issues and some brain health issues. And she received decreased brain inflammation, improved memory, improved focus, cognitive function, nerve regeneration, and everybody in the study had improvement. Pretty amazing. X39 also helps you sleep better. People notice better energy during the day and they sleep better at night. There is an additional patch, a couple of patches that tell your body to make melatonin. Alleviate is one that helps with a few other things as well, including skin health and increasing the length of your telomeres. It is really good for sleep as well and silent nights. So those ones, if you need additional help to sleep, those ones will help you sleep like a baby. So this is a picture of a healthy cell versus a dying cell. And scientists find that we age dramatically in 2 bursts, first at age 44 and then again at 60. We can possibly share these ideas I want you to look at these pictures and see the before and afters, like our friend Marcy here. Like this picture from 2023, we need to get an updated picture because she changed dramatically and she's continuing to look younger and younger. So in this picture, I want to share her story super briefly. In 2019, she was in a very, very depressed state because she had been through cancer treatments. She had been through chemo, radiation, double mastectomy, was struggling with, thought she was free of that stuff. And then it came back with a vengeance and with a nasty side order of skin cancer. And then she didn't want to go through all that stuff again. So her naturopathic doctor friend handed her 10 patches, 10 X39 patches, and that changed the trajectory of her life. In the first couple of days, she detoxed, and then out her mouth, she tasted heavy metal, and then she detoxed out of her skin. She started feeling hopeful again. And then by the end of the 10 days, she couldn't stop touching her skin. And she was like, I don't know what just is happening to my body, but we have to tell the world about this. This is amazing. And so she has. She's continuing to do that. And we're happy to call her friend. These are more pictures of the reverse aging aspects of the X39 photo proof that this is taking you back in time, reducing inflammation, helping your cells work better. Again, this took some time. We're not going to tell you that this is a quick fix, but that spine picture is pretty amazing. It's the same person. And a little over a year later, their spinal cord was no longer compromised with those discs pressing on it, causing pain. And then the curvature of the spine, that was a month using a couple different patches. So we can go on and on. We'll just keep showing you a few more pictures of the amazing results that people are getting, but every body is different. So we can use these patches. And again, there's many different patches. And we'll give you a little bit of information about a few of them tonight. But we will ask you to get back to the person who invited you to the call so you can customize a plan for you. But these photos represent lives changed. My daughter had an autoimmune skin issue that doctor said she was always going to have. And it's wonderful and amazing to have a tool in our toolbox that can help the body in ways that the doctors don't know about. And don't forget your pets. We heard last night from the owner of this lovely black lab on the left last night. He was had arthritis, and he was no longer walking very much because he was blind. And within a week of patching with the X39, Tracey got texted this beautiful picture of him on the right with his brown eyes, and he was following his owner around the house. So don't forget using these amazing patches on your pets. So now is my favorite time of the evening. We are going to share, Julie, where are you, my dear? Julie's on the calls. Is Julie? Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, I'm here. Took me a second.
Okay. I'd love to ask you, what was your life like before you had the patches, and what have you experienced since patching?
I started patching. I was introduced to the patches by a nurse friend that was visiting me from Arizona, and saw that she seemed like a whole different person. I just had seen her in January, so it's only a few months had passed, and she was taking them, using the patches for 2 months. And so I started, and I had rotator cuff surgery end of January. So every morning I'd wake up just after laying on my back, which I'm not a back sleeper, so it's horrible. Wake up with shoulder pain every morning, and I couldn't figure out why I hurt so bad first thing in the morning. I'm like, I'm not doing anything at night. Asked my PT guy, he said, well, maybe just like getting stiff, like laying in one spot or your shoulder rolling back. But it was kind of debilitating every morning. I just kind of just slow moving to get anything done because I was in pain there. And then because I cannot stand anymore sleeping on my back, I figured let me try to sleep on my right side. And then I have, I guess, hip pain, a bursa. I had an injection in January. Had about 2 weeks of relief maybe from that steroid injection. And every time I tried to lay on my right side at night, I could get like 10 minutes and then just be in excruciating pain and have to roll back onto my back. So anyway, after I do the X39 Aeon and X49, and I did do a few IceWaves in the beginning for a couple days and found out that I don't need to take Tylenol, ibuprofen every day like I was eating, sometimes multiple times a day, and I can sleep on my right side, and I don't have the shoulder pain anymore in the mornings. So I'm a happy camper.
Nice.
More energy too.
Wow, that's awesome.
And I've only been
So
doing it since April 15th.
perfect. That's what I was going to ask you. Since April 15th, you've been patching for a month?
Yeah, barely, yeah.
Wow.
But I got the
Wow.
results quick. It was really quick. I responded. So
Yay, that's amazing. Wow. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. And also just she happened to mention getting a shot to for pain. And I just want to mention that the X39 tells your body to make a copper peptide. And that when that copper peptide is present in your body, it unlocks. So those, like, let's say you get a cortisone shot, the cortisone shot does help with pain, but it also locks your body's ability to heal. So it helps in the way of getting you out of pain, but it doesn't help you heal. The X39 tells your body to make that copper peptide, and the peptide unlocks your body's ability to heal while you're enjoying the benefits of the cortisone shot. So that's a beautiful thing I learned a couple months ago. And I'm like, anytime I hear that, I'm like, let me tell you about this. So super. So Tracey's going to share with us about how to get these patches and how to get them at the best price.
Yeah, so how to get your hands on these. I tell you, these completely changed my life when I was going through the change of life season and I thought I had Alzheimer's. And in a few weeks, wow, my brain was back and everything. But these two right here are really powerful because they're activating your own dormant stem cells. So X39, X49, sister peptides at retail, $149.95 is a pretty great bargain if you have to pay retail, because to go get a stem cell injection of somebody else's DNA into your body that doesn't always work and is painful, you're talking 3, 5, I've heard $20,000, $30,000. And a lot of times you're going out of country for the best ones. But in a moment, we'll talk about how you can get these for the wholesale price of $99.95. We like everyone to get these at our cost so we can get you the most patches, and let's get your body balanced and back to the road of regeneration. We like to pair the X39 with Aeon when we get you started. We tend to all have inflammation, whether you know it or not. It's a little culprit that tends to be the trigger of a lot of disease and issues in the body. This is going to raise a peptide in your liver, pulling inflammation out. It also is referred to as the happy patch because it just puts your body into rest and digest mode, takes us out of that go, 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 fight or flight mode, which is really important for your nervous system. So those two together, X39 and Aeon, are called the dynamic duo. And if you have pain, then we're going to add IceWave. That's a temporary one. And you just heard Julie say she only needed that a few days. Everybody's pain level is different. We don't know how long it will take you, but a lot of times I have people off their IceWave in 30, 60 days. And then they're just on the Aeon, X39. And then my personal favorite, in addition to X39, is Allevita. This was originally coined the trophy wife patch because it was all about beautiful skin and hair and nails because it's really supercharging and bringing back collagen. But the more research they did, the more they started realizing, oh my goodness, this is way more than beautiful skin. This is joint lubrication. This is ligament tendon. This is sleep. It's activating that melatonin in the brain by decalcifying the pineal gland. In just a couple minutes, we're going to answer a few questions, and then we're going to go into the second portion of this, and I'm going to go into a much deeper dive on Allevita. And you really want to going to hear that because it's just so life-changing on so many levels. But these supportive patches at retail, again, to get 30 of these, $79.95, that's really not bad. But at our sale, we like to get them for you for $49.95. And we have a variety of patches. We really only focus on these first few. And then down the road, if you have blood sugar issues, if you have other things, if you had autoimmune, if you've had fast growing cells or different cognitive decline, we can add other patches down the road. But we just like to get you started on the core products and then we work from there. So wholesale packs, think Costco here. Getting a bundle together is going to save you a lot of money. You get about double the product for the same price. So we can get you 3 points. We mix and match the points to customize a package for what you need. So for $295, we're typically getting you between 4 and 5 different packs. That's great for a single person. If we're talking a husband and wife or a family, we like to get you the advanced pack. You are getting double the product, so 6 points, but not double the price. So you're only paying $535. So they're really giving you one supportive pack of your choice for free. And you can always upgrade to this advanced pack later. So if you start with the core, you can do this one later, as well as you can upgrade to premium, which a lot of us end up doing because you end up falling in love with these patches. And if you're like me, I want everyone I know to feel great and just live their best life. So I've given a lot of these away as gifts to my friend Joy, who's on here. I gave her a new brain, I like to say. Anyway, that's another story, but pretty powerful what these can do. And then what we like to do is help you continue using that X39 1 month for every decade you are old. And we can set that up on a monthly subscription, or we can get you a maintenance package where we get these all shipped to you at once, save you some shipping costs, and then you just get to use them over a period of time at wholesale. But that's just $99.95 a day to bring back your dormant stem cells. That is a screaming great deal. That's about the cost of a, Starbucks coffee, which what's that do for you? Not a whole lot usually. But what is coming down the road here this summer is light infused water. And we cannot wait for this because the patches right now are putting light into the body, into the cells. It's a slower process. When you drink this water that has got a photon infused in water held together with hydrogen, game changer. We are now drinking the light into the cells and amazing things like a lady who had vision issues, macular degeneration for 2 years. And a session of drinking a 12-ounce glass of water, I think it was 2 hours, they checked back with her and she was seeing perfectly. 92-year-old bedridden guy, the first day was able to get up and walk around. So this is doing great things. So we can't wait to share that with you this summer. So we are here Mondays and Tuesday nights. Cami, Joy, and I, and this is our passion. We are just so excited about this that we really feel that you need to know because you're never going to hear about this typically from most doctors because there's no pharmaceutical rep calling on them. So we're here Monday and Tuesdays, 6 to 6:30 is always the intro, this session that we're doing right now. And then if you brought a friend, we want you to put your name in chat and then put your friend's name in chat, and we're going to enter each of them to win some X39 patches as a gift from our friend Marcy and Jan. And on Tuesday nights only, we do a second session going into a deeper dive topic. And tonight, again, is on the collagen and what it does for the brain, the organs, the vision, pain, regeneration of joints. It's pretty amazing. And then Marcy and team on every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific, they do another session. So What do you do next? We want to get your questions answered. So in just a moment, we're going to take questions. So if you'd like to type those in chat, we'd love to answer them for you. And you always want to go back to the person who invited you here tonight. If you're ready to get started, we recommend again X39 and Aeon for at least the first 90 days. And then you can look at just going on to the X39 or looking at some additional supportive patches for whatever your specific needs are. And invite a friend. This is, to us, the best gift in the world, sharing the gift of health. The rewards are priceless. And due to the FDA in our country, this can't be advertised by the company. They do ship this to 81 countries around the world where this is celebrated. You know, in Europe and Asia, they're all about natural modalities. Our country, we're a little bit behind the times. I think we're going to catch up here really soon, though. And if you would like to earn your patches for free, share it with a friend, and pretty generous system. But we look at it as social responsibility to share what has been the fastest growing direct marketing company in America for the past 2 years. And if you love it so much that you want to share with more, it can help you create your dream life. But we always talk about live younger and let X39 be the start of that for you. And what we're talking about again is just harnessing the power of light, your own light. So I know I have Heather on here as my guest. Do we have any other guests tonight to put into our drawing? Well,
See a bunch of names that I don't recognize, but if yeah, I'm glad you're here. Sheila is a brand new brand partner. Very excited. Thank you for coming, Sheila.
Yeah, thanks for having me. That's very cool to learn about.
Is this your first time on here, Sheila?
Second time, I believe.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. I was
Yeah.
going to put you if this was your first time, but then, okay, Heather, here you are. Proof. I put your name on on the paper. You are the one and only winner. So,
Nice.
does anyone have any questions that we could answer before we go into the deep dive on the miraculous things of collagen and alleviate and X39 and a few others too? Any questions we can answer? Feel free to unmute yourself. And if there's no questions, I'm going to go ahead and stop our recording. And we so appreciate you joining us, and we hope that you will come back again next Monday or Tuesday.